Hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of e-NV200 Adventures. Today you join us on a quick trip to York, going from Hull to York. It's about 37 miles I think, and due to a relatively unplanned kids party today, we've not charged the car, so we're on 37%. Which is on the gone, 62 miles. We don't have any heat or aircon on at the minute, so 62 miles. So obviously once we put our foot down a little bit, we're not going to get there and back without some additional charging. So we are looking right now to go to, never done one before, but off to an InstaVolt Charger, which is sort of 3/4 of the way to York. And yeah, we'll see if we can get that working. Hope it's free. It was free the last time I looked on the app, but time will tell. Right, I need to pull across here. I'm stuck behind slow traffic in the right lane. Someone doing 34 in a 40.
That was me on the way back from Beverley just now, but I was very economical.
Well, Sharon has been out this morning to a kids' party in Beverley, again, another town which is probably about 5 miles away. And knowing that we were going away to York, she's tried to conserve the miles, but yes, even with the economical mileage, economical driving she's done, we're still going to need that extra charge. And we'll talk about Sharon's trip very, very soon. What I'm going to say is I'm apologising for the black and white. I'm not I'm not an absolute techno fool, but if I put the camera on to take us in any other, even if it's without a filter, even if it's with a green filter, whatever, our heads are sort of squished up in the shot. So I'm very sorry for everybody who's complaining about having it in black and white, but this is the only way on the S9, and this is the on the S8, and this is the S9. I can only get it to work like this. We do have this crappy little £3 clip-on fisheye lens, which is not fantastic. It does the job, I suppose, but I've lost it. So again, irrelevant. So I apologise for the black and white. We will have some colour interspersed once we go onto the camcorder. Any news this episode? Well, I've been online chatting with a chap on YouTube.
In about 300 yards, speed camera.
Thanks for the interruption. I believe he's called Kaleidoscope Retro, I think. If not, I'll put his tag at the bottom of here. And he is about to take receipt, or take his new e-NV200 40 kilowatt van or passenger vehicle like this one. And he's been watching the videos to obviously, you know, taking an interest in how we're getting on. He's been asking about how the cooling fan, you know, when does it come on and so on. But he's been speaking to a company that deal with battery upgrades. And again, I'll put the name at the bottom because I don't recall it. Hydra or something.
150 yards, speed camera.
Excellent, thank you for that. But anyway, what he's telling me is that he's spoken to them and they've spoken to Nissan some way and somehow, obviously previously perhaps some information that we can't get directly ourselves, and that is that they're going to change the firmware on the e-NV200 next year so that the cooling fan operates not just when the vehicle is on. How and when that will translate into reality, you know, time will tell, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But thanks for watching, Mr. Kaleidoscope Retro. What if that's your name? And if I got that wrong, like I say, I'll put it at the bottom. I appreciate obviously your comments and I appreciate that information. Also this week we have taken receipt of a lovely new Chinese armrest that slots into the 2 cup holders in the centre console piece, and it works very well. So 20-ish pounds. I'll show you anyway. When we get to hopefully the InstaVolt Charger. Obviously we'll be stopping there for a few minutes, and I'll show you around it and give you a demonstration of the wonderful aspects of the storage system and even the USB power sockets. But for now, oh no, we're done. We're done. Everyone wants to know about Sharon's escapades this morning to Beverley. So over to Sharon, she'll tell you all about it.
What happened, kids? We got there and the charger that was free wasn't working, was it? And then when we got back to the car, the two places where it was working, they had normal cars in it. So I complained. Not that anybody will do anything. There we go.
Well, that's not entirely truthful. To tell the full story, when she turned up, there's 3 charging bays. I think they're all 7 kilowatt hour chargers at a shopping centre in Beverley. One of them had and correct me if I'm wrong, had an Outlander.
Oh yeah, Mitsubishi thing.
Mitsubishi Outlander, which we all despise, of course. And that was plugged in, and then there was some kind of Peugeot. I have not come across this. Peugeot Ion. Do your iron in? I don't know. But so yeah, that was also plugged in, and one of them had a note saying that they were on. The Peugeot had a note saying, I wasn't there by the way. Had a note saying that they was on charge, and it was going to be on charge for a couple of weeks because they had a flat battery. Well, you said 24 hours, I believe. Is that right?
It said till midnight or 8 AM, but it was past 8 AM.
Oh heck, it's 60 now. Speeding ticket on its way. Oh. So anyway, so that was the excitement from the charging bays in Beverley. Oh yes, and the one that Sharon got onto didn't work basically. So two were plugged in, one didn't work, which Sharon parked on. But when she came back after the party,
in 200 yards, speed camera.
Anybody got a hammer? So yeah, basically she got back and there was 2 petrol-struck diesel cars there. So anyway, after that wonderful, exciting intersection, what would you call it? An interlude. We'll
cut that bit out.
No, we'll keep that in, and then we'll see you at closer to York and see how we get on with the InstaVolt Charger if it's free. See you later. Right, yeah, I did say that I was going to see you next at the InstaVolt, but already we're just encountering just one of our usual stresses and strains. If I've got the heat on, and obviously we know this is not rocket science, we're going to be using more. I'm going to put the aircon on because we're steaming up as well. So that brings us now to on the gong 26. Let me just change this because I'm need it on the screen, not on my head. Blow my wig off. So anyway, so we're 26 miles on the gong, and Sharon will tell you how many miles to the charger.
19.
19 now. Alright, so it's not so bad, but I'd rather it was we had a little bit more to play with. Bearing in mind, if the InstaVolt charger isn't available, then well, we're stuck a little bit. But I think we'll be okay, because we always know that we've got a little bit extra to play with. I can't look at Leaf Spy right now. Well, probably I could, but it's probably not very safe.
No, let's not bother.
So anyway, I'll cut this bit out, but Sharon will keep filming. Right, so we've put Leaf Spy on. The car is showing 19%, and if we look at Leaf Spy, we can see that it's flipping between 19% and 29%, so showing a 10% difference between the car's display basically and what the actual percentage is.
Speed camera.
Battery temperature very low at the minute, obviously not been in the car very long, 18 degrees, but 22 miles on the gong. But yeah, I think it's about 19 miles, 18 miles now probably to the InstaVolt. Thereafter from there to the nearest one in York, it's anyone's guess because I don't have the information, but my guess would be probably another 7 miles, which I'm sure we could just about squeeze out of the battery. Concentrating on driving, not doing maths in my head, but yeah, I'm sure we can make it, so it's not a major problem. And any minute now, once we have demisted, I will
in 200 yards, speed camera.
Turn off the heating, just to give us an extra bit of insurance that we can make it, I think. Right, hopefully next time we speak, we should be at the InstaVolt, and we'll go from there. Right, let's go see if we can work out how it works. Work out how it works. How much charge do we have? We'll have a look. Let's do that. Let's have a look. We'll show Clara what battery charge we've got left. Get rid of that. 9% still. So yeah, easy peasy. Let's have a quick look on the leaf spy.
Yeah.
No, Seti. It's only might crash into. Yeah, go on, unstrap. Leaf spy.
Now I can get all the toys up there.
Battery 23 degrees. Well, you can see it all yourself pretty much, can't you? 9%, which in reality is 17%. Right, I'll go see if we can get this thing working. Right, so here we are. Isn't it lovely? Look at it. Look at it. InstaVolt. It looks sexy. To be honest, I was looking at Paul Carnell's Twitter the other day, and he took a photo whilst he was having his McDonald's, and this looked like a wasp's face to me. He's about to eat his Big Mac. Anyway, let's have a look. We're going to go look at the app now, see if we can get this thing working. See what we do. So presumably it's this one. Start charge. Just tap your phone on the station. Well, I suppose we'd have to plug it in first, don't we think? Connect plug to car. Oh, you're doing the video, not me. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. Helps if you get the right one. Is this the one? Looking good. Ow! We'll put that there. It won't reach with it. Right, that's tight, is that? It's tight. Is that already started?
No.
Will it go here? It isn't going. Oh, put that there again. 35p a kilowatt? What? I thought it was free. Anyway, let's have a look. Well, that's disappointing. I really thought all these were free. Let's see what happens. Just tap your phone on the station. Authorise it. Ready.
Press start.
Press start. Right, it's like watching two monkeys trying to work out how to open a coconut. Right, what's happening now? Battery 0, tap card to end. Oh, don't want it to end, do it? Is that working then? Is the car beat?
Fault, charge error 5.
Charge error 5, that's not good, is it?
Turn plug to charger.
Right, let's stop. Finish, card swiped, okay. Right. Oh,
You meant to unplug it, return plug
yeah, I think
to
so.
charger.
I think this would...
Authorising.
Anybody knows what
we
they're doing.
will not
Just
build
thinking.
for charging.
Plug
Authorised
into
plug into vehicle.
Well,
Maybe that was where you went wrong. Because you didn't read the instructions. Right now. Ready, press start. Sharon, press start. Charging.
Well, battery in 0%. Is it tap card to end?
Don't end.
I'm not going to end.
Have we got blue lights?
No. Fault charger error 5. Alright, let's stop camcordering and we'll... Right, the comedy continues. We've unplugged it and replugged it in. And we've also turned the car off as well because the car was switched on. Whether that's created a fault, who knows? We're going to try again. Right, so it's saying plug in. So we'll plug in. I have moved the car back a little bit so I'm not having to stretch it as much. What's that mean? That's a different beep.
Press start. Charging.
Yeah. Oh, in 0. Oh, it made a noise that time. Oh, come on. Is that a good beep? A good sound?
Got blue lights? No.
Yeah, we've got a blue light, I think. Hey, I think we're up and running. At last, right, back to the car. So yeah, we had some problems starting the InstaVolt charger there. I'm really impressed. Obviously the only problem that really was the error code 5 was down to us being stupid, or me being stupid and not turning off the ignition, if you want to call it that. We had the car powered up, so it wasn't wanting to take the charge. But it's it's charging right now. It's on 43 kilowatts it's taking, and we've gone from 9% to 21% in the blink of an eye, which compared to the electric highway ones, the ecotricity ones, yeah, I'm really impressed. And at first when we saw it and it was saying it was going to be 35p a kilowatt, obviously the northern part of me said, whoa, 35p a kilowatt, we can't afford that. But as it happens, it doesn't matter because it's free. It's free, I tell you. Idiots, there's child abuse in the car. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna see how we get on. Now I'm gonna beat the children up a little bit more off camera, and then we'll come back once we're at 80% and go from there. Get on to York. Got an appointment in a few hours, but we're gonna go check into a hotel first, and then yeah, spend the rest of the day in York doing things that we could do in Hull, like look in shops and eat and stuff like that. But anyway, boy, bye for now. We will see you later. Just as a further experiment, I've just lifted the bonnet and I'm putting my head right in. I'm sure Sharon will want to smash it down on the back of my head very soon, but I'm trying to listen to see if we can hear any. There's obviously no pump noise at the minute, but a chap called Glyn on Twitter, who's got the 24 kilowatt version of this, tells me that when the power's off the vehicle and it's rapid charging, that basically the AC cools it. Maybe the car's not hot enough right now, and we'll go back into the car soon and check on leaf spine, see what it is. But no, certainly no noise. Difficult to hear in all fairness because of the traffic noise right behind us. But yeah, I'm going to go turn it on now to see if we can hear the fans coming on. I'll go do that now. No, it's difficult. There's definitely no fan on at the minute. Whether that is, like, it probably is battery temperature related. Battery is pretty cool last time I checked. But also I've got a jet wash behind me, which is somewhat noisy. Probably have some immigrants coming across right now to steal the camera off me. Illegal immigrants and all. Right, anyway, let's put the bonnet down and get back in the car. Right, back in the car and out of the gaze of the illegal immigrants. I'm now looking at Leaf Spy. It's not focusing as I would want it to, but there we go, look. 43 kilowatts! We have never taken 43 kilowatts on a ecotricity pump ever. That's a new world record for this car. It really is. That's really good. Battery temperature is 25.4. So I'm surprised, really, that the fan isn't on. I can't hear it. I can hear the man with his power washer, and I can hear the traffic behind us. Oh, is that the fan coming on now?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Oh, so the fan is on now. Isn't that amazing, Seth?
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? No, it's not really, is it? It's nice to rain. I don't think it is raining. I think it's splashing off the... Anyway, we're getting off topic here, talking about weather and splashes. Right, anyway. Right, so here we are, in the car, and we're taking 43 kilowatts. And here is the amazing middle armrest. I suppose all armrests pretty much have to go in the middle. You couldn't stick it on the other side, could you? Because your door's in the way. But anyway, it's here. We'll open it up. Look, it's got lights inside there.
And behind you, you can just lift it up.
Okay, Seth, I'm doing the review. Okay. Go on then, you can be the assistant. So we could if we had a drink, we could put a drink in there, couldn't we, like this? Well, trap me hand if you do that. And we've got 4 USBs at the back, which Seth will now point the camera at. Can you see there, Seth?
Yep.
Yeah, you're getting those in.
Yep.
And I thought it was battery powered, which I couldn't get my head around because I thought you could never have high enough voltage. But as it happens, it isn't battery powered. You plug it into power socket into one of them or any of them, and then in effect you've got power through all the rest. There is a different coloured one there, which is set, please, a black one, and then we have 2 white ones. So presumably, oh, there's another amazing feature. Look, there we go. It is where it is at this given level, but if I lift this button here, look at that, you get an additional couple of inches there. So that is less fatiguing. That is less. You've got to take this seriously. That is less fatiguing when it's that high. Well, I personally think so. Anyway, let's put it back down. There we go. Easy close that, and it just plugs into the existing cup holders down there. Well, what a review. AliExpress did us proud with that one. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it now. Right, I'm about to unplug at 70%. We've got 107 miles on the go. Easy enough to get there and back. So yeah, fantastic. I didn't take a note of the time when we arrived. Arrived on 9%, now at 70%. Even my useless math tells me we're taking on 61% of charge, and all for free. So yeah, back to use the phone to stop the charge. Just unplugging my phone. Let's have a look on here. So battery temperature is at 37.3 degrees, and state of charge on there 72.4, and yeah, all good. Right, let's need the phone with the near field to stop the charge apparently, so I'll nip around and go do that now. Stepping over the cable. Right, super. Let's go and plug, and we'll be on our way. Hopefully. There we go. Challenge now is to get back out onto the main road. Constant traffic here, so it's not going to be easy, but we have the power. Oh, wait on, there's a gap at this side. Looks like we can do this. Off we go.
Go, go, go.
Power! I love the acceleration. And I tell you what, I love that InstaVolt Charger. It's the first time we've used them, and yeah, we messed up, didn't we? We messed up trying to get the thing to start. It wouldn't start because we had, oh, but it's my fault. And basically, I'm not even in there, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, now you're pointing it out the car. Seth, are you any good at using the camera?
Yeah.
Watch it.
So yeah, it's the first time we've used it, and once we got over our idiot abilities to try and start the thing, it worked really well. The maximum we've ever taken is 38 kilowatts, and on that fabulous InstaVolt charger there, we were taking 45 plus, 45 point something, which is fantastic. And then when we got to sort of 60%, usually on ecotricity we would drop down to anything from sort of 22 to 24 kilowatts, but on this one we were still taking 35 kilowatts, which is pretty much thereabouts what we start off on ecotricity. So whether that's down to Nissan working in conjunction with ecotricity, obviously they had an input at the beginning, who knows? We don't know, no one is ever going to know, but all I can say is that obviously the that one we've just been on put a lot more power into the car, rose the percentage much quicker, and overall, yeah, a good experience. And it's just such a shame that these things are not allowed at the motorway services, because I tell you what, if anyone had a choice of ecotricity or what we've just been on at InstaVolt, we would certainly pay a premium to use the InstaVolt over ecotricity and take a higher charge. And you know, if there's more pumps there, then you wouldn't be sort of stuck in a queue waiting to use an ecotricity pump. But right now it's a bit pointless saying that, because at the end of the day we're stuck with the situation we're in. It's only going to get worse, obviously, as more cars, EVs and indeed PHEVs come on the scene. But for now we will continue on our journey. Yes, it was a good charge. I think we're about 11 minutes from the hotel now, if we take some video around York, that will follow right now. Thanks for watching. If you've been watching and you've not subscribed, please like and subscribe. If you are subscribing to us, there should be more fun stuff coming soon. I'm sure we must have some plans that are more fun than this. Who knows? It'll come eventually. See you later. Bye for now.